Welcome to the Newsman, the news for the intelligent Indian. We begin with our top story of the day. The concerns of a water war with China rises. The Chinese have been building a lot of dams in the northeast, and so India has also fast-tracked hydroelectric projects in Arunachal Pradesh. Now China plans to construct a 60,000 megawatt hydropower project on the Brahmaputra and will use it to divert Brahmaputra's water towards its northern arid regions. As we know, Brahmaputra is very important for India and it accounts for 30% of India's fresh water resources. By building dams, China will impact downstream countries like India and will use those dams as a form of territorial demarcation and control. Coming up next, Centre plans a complete overhaul of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. So what is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code? It gives time-bound process for resolving insolvency. Companies have to complete the whole exercise within 330 days. While on one hand, this code has reduced the average settlement time to 1.6 years, on other, the overall realizations are at a modest 32.9%. The new amendments will simplify the bankruptcy regime and 51% of the financial creditors' approval will be needed to initiate insolvency. In environmental news, our story is about the ESG framework. This framework is used to evaluate the environmental and societal impact of a company's decision. Some of the ESG factors include climate change, biodiversity, data protection, privacy, and the composition of the board. Why was this in news? Because the International Financial Services Center Authority has issued a framework for disclosure by fund management entities for ESG schemes. Moving towards education, the ASR Report 2022 has been released by NGO Pratham. It gives information on the state of rural education. Compared to 2018, schools with usable girl toilets have increased, but the reading and the arithmetic ability of class 3 students have decreased. In technology news, India's first 4th Industrial Revolution Center will be set up in Hyderabad. While the first industrial revolution was characterized by mechanization and steam power, and the second led to assembly line and mass production, the third had widespread adoption of computers, automation, and IT. In the fourth, advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things will be integrated. Some of India's Industry 4.0 initiatives include UPI, JAM Trinity, and 𝗍𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗃. Moving to business world, Nature Risk Profile was launched by the United Nations Environment Programme to allow the financial sector to measure nature-related risks by providing analytics. In other news, new rules have been notified for the Advanced Authorization Scheme. This scheme allows for duty-free imports of the inputs which will be used in exports. And finally, in sports, the India Challenge ends as Saina Nehwal and Lakshya Sen lose.